ready to break the law. Hey everybody, I am so excited to bring this video to you because it is one that has been on my hard drive for a very, very long time. At least the footage has. I took this footage at the end of last school year, and this summer I wanted to edit it, but as many of you know if you've been following my channel, I've been super busy this summer going to Scotland and England and Austria and Venice, and you should definitely check out those vlogs if you haven't seen them yet. This video will show you the evolution of a university painting. This is my final painting that I did, my final project, and I put more effort into this one than I did on all the other ones. To be honest, I didn't really like my work this year in painting class, and so I was really wanting to have at least one good painting come out of this class, and so that's why I put a lot of effort towards this final painting. I decided to film the whole thing from making the canvas to painting and researching things and stuff, and I'm going to bring that all here so you guys can see what it takes to make a painting in art college. So I really hope you guys like this video and let me know what you think in the comments, and before I just talk your ear off, let's get into the video. So this painting actually did not start out with sketching, and instead it started out with me creating these like mood board type things. I went through art books in my college, and I went through places online, and I found these images and ideas for my painting. Then I chose which mood board I liked best, and I started sketching thumbnails, which is basically just a way of saying I started sketching for the painting multiple times, trying different ideas, different positions, different crops, and yes, that is what I always have to do for every single college project. So next we are supposed to make the canvas ourselves, which means making the frame and then stretching the canvas. What you see here is a little bit of what that requires. We have these big rolls in our painting room, and we just basically rip it off the roll. And then we have to staple or stretch the canvas onto the frame, and that can take a while. Obviously, if it's a bigger canvas, then it takes a long time, and this one definitely is a bigger canvas than what I usually do. And I also kept messing up. I kept having to pull out the staples and put them in again, and the way I was messing up is you're supposed to just try to stretch it as tight as you can so that you don't like see any folds or wrinkles on the sides, or especially on the front of the canvas. It should be taut, and also whenever you kind of tap the canvas, it should just bounce back like really easily, so you can't make it too loose. So I had to redo it several times. And then once you do that, then you're supposed to wet the canvas down, and I think this helps it tighten even more before you put the gesso on. So gesso is just basically a primer for the canvas. It's how you turn the canvas itself into a canvas to be painted on. And that's what you buy at art stores. At art stores they sell pre-made, pre-stretched canvases, and they already have the primer on them, so they're easy to paint on, and the paint won't soak into the canvas. It'll just stay on top of the gesso. So this is the prep work. So after you do the gesso, then we sand it down to make it smoother for the paint to go on, and then we put more gesso on, and then let that dry, and then sand it, and then put more gesso on, and then sand it, and then finally it's done and ready to paint. So I went with the mood board, if you want to say that I created, that had the Venus de Milo in it, the famous statue. And I don't know, this one just stood out to me more. I really liked the green colors in it, and I honestly really liked the statue. So my idea of this was to just focus on the idea of ruins, and as you'll see later, I actually took the head off of the statue to make it look even more like ruins. So first, I decided to paint a Greek city since the statue is Greek, and you'll see what I do with that in a second. I did forget to tape the edges before I started, but something we always do is tape the edges of the canvas so that the paint won't like stain the sides. It'll just look cleaner and nicer.
What if you took a scraper, Darcy, so you can get, that way some more comes through, because you're using, what, titanium white?
So I decided to paint over the city. This was the plan from the beginning. I wanted to paint over it with white paint or something, but still leave part of the city visible. But I didn't realize how much of the city I was going to paint over, and I really did not need to do all that work on the city, but it's okay. I never fully know what I'm going to be doing for a painting before I paint it. It always surprises me, and I'm sure most of you know, like, art is just that way. As you do it, you get more ideas, you get better ideas, you maybe even want to try some things, experiment a little bit. So the whole painting is just evolving as you're creating it, even if you've already planned what it's going to be. Normally, this would take me a long time. I would spend a lot of time on this painting. However, I only had about a week to do the whole thing because it was finals week and school was getting out. So I had to cram a lot into this last day. And on top of that, I had a critique with my art professors, and they gave me more ideas to add to the painting. They critiqued it. Like, that's the whole point. They have to tell me what they like and what they don't like. And so I kind of had to change my idea, and I spent a lot of time thinking about that and planning again and doing some more sketches and using other paintings as examples for my own and where I could go with mine. So that was a little stressful. Okay, that was a lot stressful, especially to be doing on the last day. But I stuck with it, and I really did want this to come out to be a painting that I was proud of. So here we go on the final day of painting it. So as you can see, this painting got done at 12:25 a.m. and you're gonna have lots and lots of late nights like this in art college because those projects have to get done before the due date. Also, I always make lots of messes whenever I'm painting. I mean, who doesn't?